and I'm an intuitive tarot reader here on YouTube. I'm also a personal trainer, so my mission is to align the mind, body, soul, and spirit and lead you to the light of unconditional love. We're going to do a pick a card reading, and the topic of choice is, what is your life purpose? This is a very important topic, and it's going to be really fun. So if you've never done a pick a card reading before, I'm going to have 6 piles right here. This is pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to choose the pile you feel drawn to, the pile that's just calling to you. When you're looking at all of them, you're still going to see one of them in the side of your eye. That's the pile you want to choose, and inside that pile, there's going to be a message for you. Hi there, pile 1. So the vibe I'm getting from you is that you are an overachiever. And by overachiever, I mean you're constantly on the go, on to the next thing, achieving great things, which is amazing. I'm not putting that down. I think you're amazing. But I don't think you see how amazing you are. So it's like in the past, you're constantly at this crossroads of like what to do next. Like, what is the next thing I can accomplish? Like, I've already gotten my college degree, like my master's degree, my PhD. I already went for my second PhD. What else can I do? Like, no, really. But that's like the vibe you're giving me, is like you're constantly growing and reaching that next level, and you're doing things that people thought were impossible, and people do think are impossible. And by you achieving them, people realize that maybe it's not impossible. Maybe you can do it, because pile 1 can do it. And it's pretty impressive, pile 1. And I don't think you give yourself enough credit for how much you've accomplished in your life. So it's kind of showing me that like you're the King of Swords. So you only think logically. You're like, okay, if it's not logical, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm very logical. I'm very rational. I'm taking each step specifically, like, I'll take this step to get to this one, and I'll achieve this. And you're ready to make bold changes. You come in hot, you come in ready, and you get it done. And so this creates a lot of success for you, a lot of financial success, a lot of security. You have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, you have it going on. You have it all. And you don't realize that you have it all. And it's showing that you might be, like, holding on to your money and your success a little bit too tightly, because you're constantly trying to prove yourself to others and constantly trying to get to that next goal that you're not able to really enjoy and take a moment for yourself and look back to see how far you've come. It's almost like you feel like you always have this competition around you and you're always trying to prove yourself. But pile 1, that's just an illusion. You've already proved yourself time and time again. Like, I bet if I went to your house, like, you would have trophies, medals, certificates. You would have so many things to show for it, because you, my friend, have accomplished so much, and you just don't see it. You're not satisfied. You're not content. You just want to keep going. And like, that is so admirable. But you also need to take a second to enjoy, to look back, to see how far you've come. And like, Spirit is showing me that you get to this level and then you're like, okay, what's next? Rather than like, okay, I got here. I'm enjoying the moment. I'm enjoying my success. I'm enjoying like all these people rooting for me and recognizing me. But instead, you don't even notice the people recognizing you. You don't even notice your own success. You're just like, what's next? What can I achieve? What can I do? And you like are in it for the long run. Like, your life purpose is like achievement. Like, achievement in order to show people that it's possible. Like, what people thought wasn't possible. You're like a role model. But you also need to chill, because if you don't take a break, for one, the universe will make you take a break. And I mean, like, for example, like, I knew I needed to take a break during COVID. I was like working so much. Like, the gym's closed. I got an influx of clients. I had like tons of online clients. Like, people want to work out from home. Like, I was killing it, but I was exhausted. And I knew I needed to take a break, but I kept pushing my limits. And then all of a sudden I got COVID and I was out for like 2 weeks. And I was like in my bed. Like, I mean, you're not going to get sick, but the thing is that you need to take a break before the universe forces you to take a break. That's how I felt. And that break was like a blessing in disguise because it changed like my whole way of doing things. But, and you know, maybe that could happen for you. I don't wish any COVID on you or anything like that. But I do think that there will be this tower moment that will force you to rest if you don't take that break. And it's showing me that you feel like you always like have to prove yourself, but it's showing that you have it all. Like, you are very successful. People look up to you. People are drawn to you. People want to be like you. So you need to understand how amazing you are and really recognize your success. And the spirit animal that I pulled for you is the camel. And the camel, it's crazy because the camel, like, you know how camels have those big humps on their back? And in the hump, they store the water. So they're, like, nourished. And they're able to go on, like, very long journeys and just kill it. And you're the camel. You can go on, like, this long, lifelong journey of accomplishment after accomplishment and achievement and, like, all of this. And you can do it, like, fairly easy. And that might be why it doesn't feel like you're content or satisfied, because you're like, oh, I did that easy. I'm the camel. Like, I had water in my back the whole way and I was fine. Whereas other people, they're not the camel. They don't have the water. They're dying halfway through the journey. Like, they make it like 10 steps and they're like, I need water. Like, but you're the camel. You make it like thousands of miles and you're chilling. And so maybe it doesn't feel as sweet to you, but the reality is like, you're killing it. And so it's okay for you to stop and look back, see your hump. No, I'm just kidding. But look back and see how far you've come, what you've accomplished. Because if you don't recognize your accomplishments, like, what are you going to be like? Oh, like, at home, you're just like, here's my accomplishment. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Another one. Okay, I'm just going to put it in a box. I'm going to put it down there. But, like, what do they mean? They mean nothing if you don't give them meaning. Like, you have to stop and understand, like, it's not easy. No one else around you is doing it. Do you ever think about that? Like, why are these people not doing all the same accomplishments as I am? Well, it's because it's hard. It's really hard. And you're able to do it with ease and just be successful at everything you do. And, like, that's unheard of. So I'm going to pull some angel cards. And we're going to get a little bit more insight on this. Like, see what Spirit has to say about your life purpose. And I know you like to achieve and, like, you're doing amazing. So amazing. But you have to recognize how amazing you are. Because trust me, everyone around you sees it, and I see it, and I don't even know you. Maybe I know you. I probably know you. So, Spirit, what do you have to show me for pile 1? Oh, straight on the floor. Okay, so heaven has provided so many blessings. Your family members are bonded and working together. The children are provided for, and a comfortable retirement will one day come along. You've taught your family the grace that comes with knowing right from wrong, and you should be very proud. So this is just another acknowledgement of, like, how far you've come, how many blessings you have, how, like, the 10 of Pentacles, I said, like, this is, you have everything. You have financial security. You have abundance. You can provide for generations to come. So it's like you are sitting on this abundance, like, give some to yourself. Give yourself a little break, right? Oh, yours are flying on the floor. So the next one is, the path you were on seems like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or who bring unwanted drama into your life. So maybe this path of like, you know, accomplishment after accomplishment after accomplishment, and it's not satisfying, maybe there's like a little bit, like a small change you could make to feel a little bit more satisfied. And the next card was, your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. It's likely you know which choice you should make, but you are procrastinating so you don't upset someone else. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are. So maybe these accomplishments don't feel satisfying because they're not for you. And you've been trying to satisfy someone else. Like, this could be like your parents or, you know, someone that's not you, right? So that's why it's not satisfying, and that's why you keep going, and you're like, what's going to feel satisfying? Like, when is this going to feel like I've done enough? But it's not going to feel like you've done enough until you make this choice for a different path, and you know what that path is, and you've been putting it off. But now's your time to make this decision, because trust me, everyone around you is very proud. They're very proud. And they're just like blown away by you because you're amazing and you deserve great things and you deserve great happiness. So it's time to like hone in on your feelings and understand what it is that you truly want so you can accomplish that along with all your other achievements. That's all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the button below to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, Pile 2. Okay, so I'm getting like the vibe that you're like the entertainer and you're like the person that everybody loves. Like, you're the magician. Here's the magician. Everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you do is beautiful. You're probably beautiful. Well, you are beautiful. But, I mean, everyone just wants to be around you. They want to be your friend. You attract everybody. You have connections everywhere, and you keep those connections. Like, if you knew someone from 10 years ago, you still know them, and you still talk to them, or you could still call them because you're on that good of terms with them. You could call them and say, like, hey, I need this favor, or hey, do you want to go to Italy? And they'd be like, oh, hey, I miss you. What's up, dude? Like, you're awesome. So, like, that's the type of person you are. Like, people just want to be around you. And you have this energy where you just can, like, you can see the future, you can predict the future, you know what's going to happen, and you know what to do to make it work out in your favor. So it's like you can predict that there will be a need in the future, and then you'll make that business, and then you'll just do amazing off of it. Since you're, like, always so active and on the go and, like, you know, surrounded by people, it can be exhausting. So I feel like right now you're in this energy, the Four of Swords energy. So if you look at this, it's kind of like, I'm so tired, like, I need to rest, I'm exhausted, like, I'm around people all the time, I'm drained, like, maybe something has happened recently where you just kind of were hurt in some way, you know, physically, emotionally, or maybe you're just exhausted, but you really need to heal right now. There's, like, maybe you're a little bit, like, down, but the thing is, like, you need to take time for yourself because you're always surrounded by so many people, and you're always doing so many things. So, I got the star, and the star is, like, when somebody's in a dark place, and they can look up, and they see the star, and it guides them, and it's, like, hopeful. You know you're gonna get out of it. You know it's just a rough time. Maybe this is like, you know, when COVID first started and people are freaking out. Some people had to close their businesses. Maybe you had to close a business. And you're like, I know that we're going to get out of this because you're positive. Maybe you think positively, but you're still low-key a little bit scared, worried, and it's mentally exhausting. So that could be kind of like the vibe that you're going through right now. But the thing is that you're meant for greatness. Like, in the future, you're going to create so much abundance, wealth for your family, not just for your family, for generations to come. Like, part of your life purpose is to literally make money, create abundance, have abundance, give abundance. You're just like that person that has like 7 restaurants and is able to connect people with like, oh, you need a job? Oh, let me just call up my friend. Oh, hey, I have a kid over here that needs a job. He's a good kid. Oh, send him my way. Oh, there he goes. He got a job. Oh, you guys are looking for like a party bus? I have a friend who does party bus rentals. 1 second, let me call him. So it's like you just have all these connections, but it's because everybody loves you. Like they're attracted to you. You're the life of the party and people love it. And so you're going to not only create abundance for yourself, you're going to create abundance for generations to come. You're somebody who can you can see, like I said, you can see past, present, and future very well. You're very psychic. And you can see that, and you can make very good decisions that will affect you positively for the future and for years to come. It's like you know what to do. You can see the future, and you take advantage of it, and you create abundance. And so basically, the outcome of all of this is like you're going to create your biggest wish. Like your biggest wish has come true. It's granted. It's all yours. Everything you want will come to you. You have to work towards it, but also it's like attracted to you. It's going to come to you if you believe it. And the only thing is that it can get very, very tiring and exhausting, and you can just be like feeling like maybe you have to keep in mind that through all of this travel, because I feel like you're going to be traveling a lot too, through all this travel, through all this fun, through all this excitement, it can be very exhausting. And of course you need to take time for yourself, and it's important to take time for yourself, but also you might have some people that try to take advantage of you because you're so nice. Like you're so nice. You connect people with everyone, so maybe people will try to take advantage, so just be like a little bit wary of that. But part of your life purpose is really to create abundance, not only for yourself, but for everybody around you, and to almost like share that abundance and that love with everyone around you. And so that's the only reason why I say like be wary of people who can like backstab you or take advantage of your abundance and your love and your willingness to give, because that can happen because you just have so much to give, and people think like, oh, he or she has all of this, so I deserve some of it. But really it's like, no, bitch, you don't deserve this. You didn't do any of this work. You didn't create any of these connections. You didn't travel and meet people. You didn't talk to people and get to know them and keep up with them. Most people don't even keep up. Like, oh, I haven't talked to them in years. Like, okay, so you haven't talked to them in years, so you can't wave hi at the mall? Like, I don't know, So the vibe that I'm getting is like, you have created this. You've created these connections. You've worked hard for it, so you deserve it. So you just have to be wary of people maybe coming into your life for the wrong reasons, so just kind of watch out. And it's interesting because I got the crow as your spirit animal, and the crow is like all-knowing, like past, present, future, like I said, like psychic, and can see what's right and what's wrong. And I mean, even though there's people who will take advantage, you'll probably know, like you'll be able to see it, you'll call it out because you can feel the vibes, you can read the energy, and you're around so many people. And people don't understand that you're actually very emotionally intelligent. And so you're not stupid. You know when they're trying to take advantage, but you just take note in your head. You're like, okay, this person is sketch. Anyways, so the crow is like all-knowing, but it's very, very important that to stay in balance, you have a proper diet, proper nutrition, you exercise, you take care of yourself, because clearly like you're having a great time, like you're enjoying the finer things in life and the parties and the people, and it's easy to get off and be like drinking or eating like crap or just like, not taking care of yourself because you're so busy taking care of others and also just like having a good time. So it's very important to stay in balance, that you need to take care of your body, hydrate, nutrition, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to pull some angel cards, and we're just going to see like what else Spirit has to say. Spirit, what do you have to tell pile 2 about pile 2's life purpose? What else would you like to tell pile 2 about pile 2's life purpose, Spirit? Oh, fell straight on the floor. But that one was meant for you. These cards are crazy. They don't want to shuffle. Okay. So, you're working too hard. The angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between your career and your personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load, so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health. So clearly you have this abundance. You've created this abundance. You're the magician. Everything you touch turns to gold. And so obviously the abundance doesn't come overnight. It's not easy. You're not just like abundance. It's like you're working your ass off. You're over here. You're doing everything. You're on the phone making calls, and then you're meeting with a client, and then you're doing paperwork, and then it's like, yeah, you're working way too hard. So you need to find a balance. Like, I know that you love this abundant life, and people around you love it, and you love to see them enjoy what you created. Like, you're like, oh, I have a yacht. Like, yeah, you can hop on my yacht and have lunch on the yacht. That's fine. But little do they know, like, all of the work behind the scenes that goes into this. So, and you being the crow, you need to be in balance, and you need to have your nutrition on point. So if you're working too hard, you're not going to be able to do that. So it's important to take a break. Don't work too hard, and make sure you're taking care of yourself. Spirit, do you have anything else you'd like to tell pile 2 regarding pile 2's life purpose? Spirit, is there anything else you'd like to tell pile? Oh, just right there. Back of the deck. Review and contemplation. You've accomplished a great deal in your life, and you have so much to be proud of. Now it's time to decide what's next. As you contemplate the past and the present, you'll get clear on your divine life purpose. Don't be distracted by conventional thinking. Be the real you. So it's just acknowledging how hard you've worked, how much you've accomplished, and it's just saying, like, what's next? Like, you know, maybe this is at the point of, like, maybe you're 70 and you're still doing all this, and it's like, okay, now it's time to contemplate and think, like, okay, I need to move forward and retire and relax because I've been working my ass off. Or maybe it's just like, oh, I have all these ventures, but truly, my heart truly just wants to travel, and like I've had this abundance, but you know, maybe it's time for a switch up. So it's just acknowledging how much you have done and created in your lifetime. And it's saying to really take a second to hone in on, like, what your heart truly desires, and maybe which part of this abundance you're really passionate about. And in that passion, you'll find more of your life purpose and what really makes you feel good. Because clearly your life purpose is to create abundance and to share abundance. So you feel good sharing your abundance with others. But what else makes you feel good? So Spirit's asking you to kind of just like, what else makes me feel good that doesn't have to do with all my work all the time? So I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on my next video. Hey, Pile 3. First of all, I resonate heavy with your energy. This is like so loving, and you're just like my philanthropist. Like, you could be someone who starts like a whole organization to help people. So in the past, I have the 9 of Cups, and this is like your wish is being granted, but everything is moving so fast. So maybe like small things happen and you're like, wow, like that made me feel so good. And maybe you help somebody and like that made me feel so good, but like time is moving so fast and you're like, what's next? Like, I don't know what's next. And so it's kind of showing that you're at this place where you're you just want to help other people. You want to give to people who are less fortunate than you. And, like, it might be a little bit out of balance sometimes, but that's what philanthropic work is, right? You're helping, and even though it's out of balance, you get such a big return, and you feel so good on the inside. And honestly, it's going to come back to you tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold, whatever. It's coming back to you because you're such a good person. You have such a great soul, such a great heart. And it's kind of like you find people who are in this unknown spot. They don't know what's next. They're outside in the cold, literally fending for themselves. But really, they're just leaving one place of safety and security to get to the next. And you're helping them along the way. You're like, maybe somebody got kicked out of the shelter and you find them on the streets, you see them, and you're like, here, let me help you make it to the next safe spot. And it's beautiful energy. And I know it's something that you really feel called to, but it's like, almost like you have all these options in front of you and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Maybe like you're in school, you're like, oh, I'm in school for psychology, or I'm in school for nursing, or I'm in school for photography, and my parents want me to do nursing, but I don't know. I don't really feel like I want to do either. I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm good at this, I'm good at everything, but I don't really know what I feel passionate about. But I do know I feel passionate about giving to others and helping others and like creating a better life for people. That's like what really makes me passionate, but there's no money there. And like my parents are just like pissed because they want me to be a nurse and like make all this money. But the thing is that what happens when you go down this life path that you don't even want, and then you're stuck in it, and you're just like, oh, I did this to make my parents happy, or I did this to please my grandmother, or I did this so I could just make money. But like, money doesn't buy your happiness, right? So you need to understand what you're being called to do, because you're so good at it, and people love you, and people feel like they can trust you, and they count on you. They count on people like you to help them. And some people need help. You never know when you're going to be down and out. You never know when you're going to be outside with no roof and no car and no money. Stuff happens, you know? It's not unheard of. And sometimes, you know, you talk to people out on the streets and you hear their story, and it's crazy. Like, they were in, you know, the system in foster care, and then they turn 18, and it's like, okay, you're out now, you have nowhere to go. And then they're like, okay, well, I don't have the clothes on my back. And it's like, oh, why is this kid out here on the streets? He doesn't have a job. He's probably a drug addict. But it's really like, no, he just got out of foster care. He has nowhere to live. He doesn't have any clothes. He can't shower. How is he going to get a job if he can't look presentable? Like, people don't consider these things, but you, pile 3, are the person who considers all of these things. And you feel for these people, and you know that you can help them, and you can help them. And this is like a passion of yours. And maybe it's not necessarily like, oh, just someone on the street who's homeless. Maybe like you're helping people in the hospitals, like kids who are like feeling sad, like you're going and reading books to them, or like you're helping serve food at like a shelter, or you're volunteering at the charity store, like a you know, the thrift store. Maybe you're literally going out and just smiling and saying hi to people, because most people don't, you know? It's just like you're that person who wants to make those people feel like they're worthwhile and feel like they have a place in the world, because they do. And dang, your energy makes me like, oh, it's beautiful. Anyways, so it's kind of like you're moving forward steadily, you're making progress, but you're just like, there's so many options in front of you, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. But the thing is that you're the type of person who's ready to make bold changes. You're going to change people's world. You're going to make them feel better. You're going to give people homes. You're going to give people options to get out of their current situation. And you're the person who can do this. Like, you're the person who's passionate about it, and like, you're going to come in hot and you're going to make huge changes. But you have to understand that you have to follow that spark, that passion, because you are the other half that somebody needs. Like, you're the person who comes in and is like, you know, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to grab one more card for, like, to clarify this a little bit further. Pile 3, clarify this Knight of Wands. Yeah, I'll just clarify a little bit further. Okay, so you're the person who comes in and you can see, like, you can feel people's struggles without even having to, like, get to know them. Like, you already know. And inside, you know that this is what's best for you. And you know that it's, one more card. I need a little bit more. Okay. So you know deep down that you can create something better out of this situation. You know that you can take nothing and turn it into something better. You can have someone who's, like, on the streets and broken, and then the next month they're showered, they have food, they have water. Maybe they have iced tea, they have money now. Like, it's like you can create abundance for them. And abundance doesn't mean, like, oh, they're gonna go take a trip to Rome, and, like, no, it means they have a roof over their head. Like, they're more abundant than they were before. And you, my friend, are the person who can help create that abundance, and you can, you know, work through what everyone else thinks about them. Like, everyone else is just like, oh, that person's on the streets, they're on drugs. Like, you're on drugs. Just kidding. But for real, like, people are so quick to judge, and you're the person who's not judging, and you're just giving, and you're loving, and you're showing your love, and you're helping people, and abundance is going to come right back to you. And it's interesting because I got the tarantula as your spirit animal, and the thing is that the tarantula is someone who's at a crossroads, and they don't know exactly what they want, but they do have this passion for, like, helping people, like, you know, or whatever. But in your case, you have this passion that's taking you, and you know deep down that's what you're meant to do. That's your purpose. But you're being pulled in so many directions. And it's interesting because, okay, this guy has so many legs, and I feel like they're just being pulled everywhere. Like, it's like, oh, you need to be a nurse. Oh, you need to, like, go to school. Oh, you need to do what dad did. It's like, no, I don't need to do what any of you guys did, because what I'm doing is way better. And this is what I'm being called to do. And so you need to listen to your intuition and what you're being guided to do, because if you don't listen, you're not going to be happy, pile 3. So it's very important for you to go into this hermit mode. You see this guy? He's, like, going deep inside his brain, and he's like, okay, what is it that I truly want? And I don't care what anyone else has to say, because what I want is what's going to make me happy in the long run, and what's going to bring you abundance. And don't worry about the fact that people are going to say, like, oh, there's no money in philanthropic work. Well, guess what? Abundance is going to come to you. Trust me, it does. When you help people, abundance comes. So I just really, really, really resonate with this energy, and so I just already love you. Okay, so Spirit, what would you like to add to pile 3's reading today, Spirit? What would you like to add to pile 3's reading? Is there anything that pile 3 needs to know about his or her life purpose? Spirit, what does pile 3 need to know? Okay. So, interesting. I got letting go for pile 1, I believe. So, releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can also be liberating. Your angels will help you let go so that you can fly higher than ever before. Endings always herald new beginnings. Choose to allow the situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. Okay, this is very important, because it's like, maybe you have to let go of this idea of who others want you to be. You don't have to be who they want you to be. And I know it's like a struggle because it's a lot of pressure. Maybe you've completely finished nursing school and you're going to take your boards, but you're like, I don't want to do this. Like, this is not my life purpose. I did this because my dad is a nurse or my dad is a doctor and he wanted me to be in the medical field, and I finished and now I hate it. And it's okay. You learned a lot in medical school. You probably learned a lot of science. You learned a lot of lessons. You learned a lot about your body. You can help other people. And maybe you can use those skills in this philanthropic work. And it's okay. Like, you don't have to be so down on yourself about it because life changes. The next one is, you're blessed with many wonderful things to do. It would be great if you could take the time to make a plan first, but you probably don't have the time. So get busy, follow your instincts, and have fun. You or someone you meet is very self-assured, capable, and enthusiastic, and can do anything with a smile. Yeah, I get this vibe that you're just like smiling and happy all the time, and people just feel comfortable around you. And so obviously you have all these options, like options everywhere, and you don't know what to do, and your mind is clouded, but you know what to do. Like, you know what your heart truly desires. And so Spirit is asking you to sit down and make a plan of what to do, because when you have a plan, you can make it happen. And it's like, almost like, if the universe doesn't know what you want, it's not going to come to you, because they're like, I don't even know what pile 3 wants. Like, if you're like, I want to be a YouTube tarot reader, and I want this and this, and like I think I can help people, then it'll start happening. But if you don't know what you want, the universe doesn't know what you want, nobody knows what you want. So you, my friend, need to sit down and figure out what you want and make a plan. But you have beautiful, beautiful energy, and I can't wait to see you follow your passion, because I know that's what you're meant to do. Thank you so much for watching my reading, and I hope to see you again next time. Please hit the subscribe button and follow along for my next video. Thank you. Hey, Pile 4. So, you guys, I'm getting like a risk-taking vibe. Like, that's part of your life purpose, is to take risks. And right now, I don't think you're taking risks, but you're like thinking about it, because you're at like this crossroads of indecision. You're like, what do I do next? You're hanging out in the unknown, but you're just like not really sure what to do. You're kind of looking into the horizon, like, what else is out there for me? Like, you're not very happy with what you're doing, and you're just kind of doing maybe what your parents did, or maybe you're like, oh, well, this is the life that I have in store for me. Like, I'm just gonna work a 9 to 5. But low-key, you're, like, sitting out the window, like, get me out of here. You're like, what else is out there for me? Like, this is not enough, right? Like, that's what you were kind of, like, just thinking, or in the past, you're just like, I can't do this. And you're kind of wanting to make the move to something better and bigger for yourself, but it's just so hard. It's so heavy. Like, you have so many responsibilities on your shoulders. You're carrying a heavy load. Maybe you have a lot of bills. Maybe you take care of your parents. Maybe you take care of your grandparents, or you have a baby, or you just have a lot of responsibilities. So you're trusting this traditional wisdom of like, okay, I go to my 9 to 5, I provide for my family, and that's it. Even though I hate my job and I'm so unhappy, that's what life is about, right? Because I have responsibilities and I need to fulfill those responsibilities. And so I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to work overtime, and I'm going to provide for my family, or I'm going to provide for myself, or I'm going to pay my rent, but I'm going to hate it. So it's like, you hate it. We know you hate it. So it's time to take risks. Like, your life is literally about taking risks. And so the sooner you start taking these risks, the faster the payoff is going to come to you. So right now, yeah, you're in like this energy of like, this is so heavy, like I have so many responsibilities. But the thing is like, Spirit wants you to take the leap of faith, take the risk. Like, you're the Fool. The Fool is the first card in the tarot deck, and that's like, this guy is on a mission to do whatever he wants, like fearlessly. He's gonna jump into the unknown, and he's not gonna worry about it, because it's gonna be awesome. So Spirit is asking you to just like trust that the universe will catch you. You're going to be fine. And in the future, it's going to be kind of like you're moving forward steadily, you're making progress, you're working hard, and maybe you're going to get some backlash from people like, oh, you shouldn't have made this decision, and you're going to feel like nervous, and they're like, oh, you should have stayed at your job, and you had financial security there. But it's like, yeah, I also hated every second that I was there. I mean, I get it. I cannot work a 9-to-5 job. I'll go crazy. That's why I started doing other things. And that's the energy that this is. It's like, there's more out there for you, and you can't do this any longer. So in the future, you're going to be working towards your goals, and people might be like, what the heck are you doing? But deep down, like, you need a career change. Like, you need to do something else with your life. And you're at this point where you're like, I'm going to show them what I'm made of, because I know that my hard work will pay off. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So that's the kind of energy that you're in, but you have to take the risk first. So like I said, like, part of your life purpose is to take risks. And once you take the risks, abundance is going to come to you. And so, you're going to be working really hard, and it's going to be a little bit out of balance for a while. But the main goal and the main outcome is that you're going to find a balance, and you're not going to be working 90 hours in 1 week just to pay for your family. You're going to be doing something else that fulfills you internally and externally, because it's part of your life purpose, and whatever you're doing, you're going to have passion for. And when you have passion for something, in turn, you're helping people. And when you're helping people, abundance comes to you. That's the thing. Like, if you're not passionate about your job, you hate your job, you're fighting with people at work, like, you come home pissed, like, who is this helping? Like, you're pissed at work, you're pissed at home, you're just all around mad. You're mad, now your wife is mad, now your husband is mad, now your kids are mad. Now, like, people just, like, don't want to be around that energy, right? So when you fix this energy, you take this risk, you're more fulfilled. Even if you're tired, you're going to be happy. Like, you can be exhausted, but you're working towards your dreams, you're working towards your goals, you're working towards something that fulfills you. So the end result is balance. You're going to have this balance and peace, like this inner peace, like, wow, like, I worked 90 hours a week and I feel amazing because my 90 hours was doing something that I loved rather than doing something that I freaking hate. And you're going to wake up, even though you're tired, you're blessed, you're grateful, you're so happy. And so it's kind of like at first you might be giving more than you're receiving, but you're going to end up finding a balance. And you might have to fight off some people who want to talk down to you or talk badly about your decisions and like, oh, you shouldn't do this. But like, the thing is like, you're going to fight them off. Like, you're the Knight of Swords. You degaff. You degaff, okay? So you're going to go in and you don't care what they have to say because you believe in yourself. Like, you believe that they're in risk, there's reward, which is true. Like, you've heard that. Like, people don't say that for no reason. So it's interesting because when I pulled your spirit animal card, I got the earthworm. And the earthworm is like, I know that sounds like weird, like you're the earthworm. I was laughing at this card, but the thing is that the earthworm is somebody who is brand new. Somebody who doesn't have experience, doesn't have like this, oh, my dad was a lawyer and now like I learned all of this and I worked for him. And I learned all the background and I have like all this knowledge going into this new field. No, you're the earthworm. You don't know anything about this field. You're brand new. You don't have experience and people are going to talk down to you like, oh, why would you go into that? You're 40 years old and you don't have any experience. Like, you should have done that years ago. Well, I couldn't do it years ago. Like, what do you expect, right? So it's okay to be new. Like, the thing is that when people are new, they're so valuable because they're not scared. They're not like tainted in any way. And you have like so much drive because you want this change, right? When I coached pole vault. I coached high school and I coached college. When I had high schoolers come in, they were fearless. They weren't tainted. They were brand new. They would do anything. They would do whatever it takes, you know? Like, I'm like, hold on to the top of this pole and run and jump. And like, they're like, okay. I go to college and I train people in college and they don't listen because they're tainted. No, I'm just kidding. But just because they're, you know, they've been in it and they're not willing to do whatever it takes anymore. So there's a lot of value in being new and being open to learning new things. And, you know, you can do anything. Like, you just need to take a risk because your life is about taking risks. Like, that's part of your purpose, I'm telling you. Like, so if you don't take risks, you won't be able to find your life purpose and you won't be happy. And when you're not happy, no one around you is happy. Did I convince you yet? Take a risk. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some cards from Spirit, see what else Spirit wants to tell you about your life purpose. Spirit, what would you like to tell pile 4 about his or her life purpose? All we do know, you need to take some risks to find that happiness, to find that reward. Spirit, what else do you have to tell pile 4? Oh, right off the top. Okay. Helper of thought. Your life is about to start moving very fast. Events that seem to be on hold suddenly require all your attention. There's no time to sit and ponder. You've got to get moving. Review the details as best as you can. You know, will meet or are someone with a very quick mind who instantly grasps what to do. This person is both confident and courageous. This is double confirmation that you are someone who instantly grasps what to do. You are going to thrive. But it's saying that your life is going to move suddenly. So if somebody calls you and like, hey, I have this position, but you have to learn like this and this in this many days. Like, yes, jump on it. Don't even think about it. You need to take some risks. Like, I can't make this up. It's all about risk. Like, take some risks. Stop worrying so much. The universe got your back. As long as you're doing it out of your passion and out of your love and you know, you're doing it to better your situation. Spirit, what else do you have to tell pile 4? Is there anything else you have for pile 4, Spirit? Okay. What do you know? A happy change. Your angels have heard your prayers and have banded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events will begin to move forward and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions due to suddenness of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. You heard that, right? Keyword happy. A happy change. So it's going to be fast. It's going to be scary, but it's going to be happy. It's going to be great. And you have to remember, you have to take risks to reap the reward. Okay, pile 4, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my reading. Please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Hey, pile 5. Okay. So this is beautiful energy that you have. This is like, you're like a small business owner. You're somebody who is just working so hard. And like in the past, you were working so hard and you're like, when is this going to pay off? Like, is it going to pay off? Like, this is so heavy. There's so much responsibility. There's so many things that go into like creating this business, and you know, is it ever gonna pay off? Like, I feel like I'm making consistent, steady progress, but it's so slow, and I feel like I'm getting new customers, but it's just like they're not returning as fast as I'd want them to, and like I'm trying so hard, but I don't know if it's gonna pay off, right? But then you get to a point where, which is like right now, like the ball is rolling, like your ideas are flowing, whatever you're creating is just happening, and you're killing it. But I think you're just so hard on yourself. Like, you don't realize the impact you're making. You don't realize like what you have to offer to the world. Like, you're selling yourself short. So it's showing that like you're creating this stability and this structure for your life, and this money's coming in, and you're the magician. So I love the magician card because it's like the magician, anything you touch turns to gold. So it's like, come on, like you can make literally this string over here. Like, I don't really have a string, but like this little string into like a beautiful blouse or a beautiful dress. I don't even say the word blouse. That was weird. Spirit, what vocabulary are you giving me over here? Just kidding. But, so, yeah, you just make everything beautiful. You have this touch that people don't have. You have this eye that people don't have. And, you know, at first it's really hard, but like right now you're creating this stability and this structure. But, you know, in the future, it's like you might go through some lows. Like, you might be stressed out. You might have anxiety. You're like, oh God, like, business is so slow this month. But the thing is like, you have worked so hard in the past, and you've created this beautiful life for yourself. You've created stability. You've created abundance for yourself. And you need to stop stressing yourself out so much. Like, I know I've gone through the same situation, like personal training. Like, I was killing it during COVID. Like, all the gyms are closed and people like were like flowing in, and it was crazy. Like, I was working way too much, but I'm like just doing it, you know? And I was exhausted. And so going from this overworked to like, you know, I have a slow month that's really slow, and I'm like stressing myself out. I'm like, oh my God, like, am I going to make enough money for my bills? But in reality, it's like, okay, you saved during this whole COVID era to where you're going to be okay right now if it's slow. It's okay. I mean, of course, we don't want it to be slow forever, but don't stress yourself out about it. Things are going to change. Energy is going to change. People are going to come back. You are the magician. People love you. Everything you touch turns to gold, literally. So, you know, you might feel like so stressed. You might feel like you have a lot of competition around you, and you feel like you have to prove yourself. And like, of course, we have to work hard as small business owners, and you need to work hard, and it's just a fact of like what you chose, right? Like, you wanted this and you love it, and you need to just flow with the highs and the lows. Like, we got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's saying like, you're stronger than you think. Don't let this slow month break you down, because your business makes people happy, and whatever you're doing makes people happy. I feel like you could be even like somebody who is like a tarot reader, literally, or like somebody who heals people, somebody who, like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, you're a small like store owner, but like maybe you do Reiki healing. Like, you don't understand like how much impact you have on people. And you also, okay, so the Wheel of Fortune. You can stand at the center of the wheel and stand at the center of your life and understand there's highs and lows. Or you can go on the edge and like not be in control in the center of your life, like logically, and you can just get kicked around. Like, it's a wheel, it's moving, there's highs and lows, and you're just like falling through it. It's like, no, stand at the center of your life and understand that things are always changing. Like, there's highs and there's lows. There's people coming in, you're making money, you're doing great. Some months are slow. But you know what? The universe has your back, and it's going to come around because you're a great person. And I know there's a lot of competition around you. There's always competition around you. There's competition around all of us. But the thing is there's enough to go around for everybody. And you have to remember that. Just because your friend does the same business doesn't mean that she's going to attract, or he is going to attract the same clientele that you're going to attract, because you're individualized. And it's interesting because I got the dolphin. Look how cute the dolphin is as your spirit animal. And the dolphin is so sweet. Like, look at this aura. This is beautiful. This is somebody who is just so loving, and people love you. People want to be around you. Like, I want to hang out with the dolphin. Like, none of the other spirit animals are like this. Like, sorry to all the other piles, but pile 5, you're a dolphin and you're so sweet. And like, the dolphin underestimates themselves, and they underestimate the impact that they have on everyone. Like I said throughout this reading, like, you underestimate how amazing you are and you stress yourself out. But people want to come back to you because they love you. Like, they love your energy. They love like it's attraction. Like, I can't explain to you. Like, it's like you're attracted to this pink and this beautiful aura. Like, when somebody has like the, you know, a dark aura around them, you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to them. But like, you're the dolphin. You have this beautiful aura, People are attracted to you. They want to be around you. They want to come back into your store just to see your smile. Literally. They want to come into your store because they want to talk to you. They love your insight. They love your wisdom. They love everything you have to offer, but you don't realize how much you have to offer because you're so hard on yourself. So you have to remember, people love you and they want to be around you. So you're going to be successful. And even through the highs and lows, you need to chill. Okay, Spirit, what else would you like to tell pile 5 about their purpose? So your purpose is kind of like touching people's lives through your business, but you don't even like realize what you're doing. So you need to start like realizing like people need you. People love your energy. You make people's day. You make them feel better by being around you. Like that's your like you're the person who puts a smile on somebody's face. Like who cannot see a dolphin and like not smile? I love dolphins. Okay. Anyways, Spirit, what would you like? Oh, here we go. So, 9 of emotion. This is a magical time in your life when wishes are granted and dreams come true. It may seem that good luck is following you, but actually these happy times are just your reward for being a loving and wonderful person. Your angels are asking you to enjoy your life and have more fun. So it is showing like right now, you're the King of Cups, you're the magician, like everything you touch turns to gold, you have stability, you have structure, the ball is rolling with all of your ideas, like you're getting things done. And it's saying like, you might feel like, oh, it's just good luck, but the thing is like, you're good luck. Like, it's not just luck, like you're the person who created this, you're the person that people are attracted to, you're the reason why people are coming back, because they love being around you. Like, it's not good luck, it's you. You're good luck. Like, you're the luck. It's not just like luck of the draw or like by chance. It's like you're such a good person and people want to be around you. And then the second one is you're being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself. Your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. Okay, so again, you're being called to claim your personal power. You underestimate yourself. You don't understand how powerful you are. You don't understand how much people want to be around you. So maybe this is like talking about a situation where people take advantage of like your energy. Like they love to be around you. So they do it at the expense of you. Like there's no boundaries. There's no, like, they're calling you all the time and you're just like, you just want to help. You're a dolphin. You're loving and you want to help. And so you give too much of yourself and you underestimate, like, how much you're worth. So it's kind of asking you to step into your personal power, maybe set some boundaries. And that'll help you to not feel so stressed. And you'll be able to not only fill people's cup, but you'll be able to fill your own cup. And you can't pour from an empty cup. So you need to take care of yourself, and you need to set those boundaries and set those like time constraints. Like I know you're like, if you own your own business, you tend to work like maybe you're working too much, maybe you're not setting the hours. Like you're like, oh, it's the weekend, like I'll just respond to everything, and then they respond like you have 10 messages, you respond, and you're like, oh, I'm done, and then like in a minute you have 10 messages. Like you're in the same position. Like, take a break. Like, make some hours. Like, okay, I'm going to take Saturday completely off. I'm not going to look at it at all. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're underestimating how valuable you are. And people love you. People are going to come back to you. So, remember you're the dolphin. Set the boundaries. Understand that good luck is not just a thing. It's actually just you. You're just amazing. And people want to be around you. Don't forget how beautiful you are. Pile 5, thank you so much for watching my reading. That's all I have for you today. Please subscribe down below and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Hey Pile 6, thank you so much for watching. So when I'm reading your energy, it's like there's a lot of wounds, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be forgiven. So it's almost like you're like shut off because you've been done wrong in the past and you're scared that people are going to do you wrong in the future. But the thing is like, you need to get out of that mindset, because when you're so scared of something happening, it starts to manifest. Like, you're so scared of, like, somebody cheating on you, then you focus on it all the time. Your energy, like, all of your thoughts go straight into that, and then it becomes reality. And it's like, because you're putting all your energy into it. Like, if you're starting a business and you put all your energy into it and it becomes great, it's like the same idea. Like, you are so scared of bad things happening and you don't want them to happen, so take your energy and focus it somewhere else. It's showing that you're very successful, you know, like, but you're this person who you win, but at what cost? Like, it's almost like your ego needs to chill a little bit, because people do want the best for you. Like, people aren't always after you. And it's like, you're successful, but you could have these people right by your side with you, and they could help you, and you don't have to do this alone. And it's like, in the past, like, things are moving so fast, and you're moving from one point of security and safety and security to get to the next, and it's kind of scary. And in that scared moment, and in that moment of vulnerability, you're like thinking that people could be doing you wrong. But maybe they're not, you know? I mean, people do you wrong sometimes. Like, it happens. It's part of life. But if you're always focused on the bad, then when can you be focused on the good? So it's like, Spirit wants you to start to focus on what could go right and what beautiful things could happen between you and these relationships, work or play or friends or family or loved one, you know? Because it's showing you're the King of Pentacles. Like, you have a lot of financial stability. Like, you are provided for. And it's also clarified with the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is somebody that everyone wants to be around. People are attracted to you. People want to hang out with you. Even animals are attracted to you. And how are these people able to hang out with you if you don't trust them? It's like, you're so fearful, and Spirit is saying, like, take that blindfold off and understand that your fears are just fears. They're not real. Like, I'm not saying that your fears aren't real. Like, you can have true fears, but fears are just fears. They're not real until you give energy to them, and then they become real. You know what I mean? So it's like, take your energy and direct it somewhere more beautiful, somewhere more positive. And when you start to understand that your fears are just fears, things are going to change for you. It's like your life purpose is to understand your trauma and to move past that trauma and to forgive in order to create abundance. And it's almost like these like cycles, and you know you want different, but you go back to that trauma and you get scared, and then you think people are going to do you wrong. And so you're over here with all these swords, and you're like, and your friends are walking away because they're just like, I can't put up this fight anymore. Like, I'm here for you. I'm your friend. Why don't you trust me, you know? Or it's like, people want to be there for you. You're the Queen of Wands. They love you. Like, you have it going on, but you're just nervous, and not everyone is bad. So you have to understand that. And so in the future, you're going to understand, like, you're the Magician. You're also the Queen of Wands. You're the King of Pentacles. Like, you're somebody who has financial stability. People want to be around you because they're drawn to you. Everything you touch turns to gold. You can create anything. People are drawn to you because you're cool. Like, you're awesome. They're not drawn to you because they want to take from you and they want to do you wrong and they want to, like, fuck you over. Sorry. They want to screw you over. They're drawn to you because you're awesome. Like, you're a good person. And they want to be around you. They want to be in your energy. They don't want to take from you. And so you're going to kind of, like, wonder, like, what else is out there for me? And you're going to make these different connections elsewhere. And you're going to, you know, you're going to want to meet new people and, like, travel and do new things. But it's going to be exhausting because you're going to, like, if you don't understand this cycle, you're going to create these relationships and you're not going to be able to enjoy them. And when you can't enjoy them, it's exhausting because you're always thinking that someone's going to do you wrong, but it's like, they're not. They just actually like you. Like, you have to understand, like, let your ego to the side for a second and understand your desires and your expressions and your feelings and go after them. Like, you want love, you want your friends to be around you in balance, and so understand that and believe it and stop thinking so negatively. Like, stop it. And so basically the outcome is like you recognizing these unhealthy obsessions or attachments or like ways of thinking. Like, you think negatively, but like it's only hurting you. You know, these people, they want to be your friend. They want to be around you. They want you to be their man or their woman. Like, they want you to be in their life. And when you're cutting them off or you're like thinking that they're doing bad things when they're not, they're going to be hurt. And so Spirit wants you to like release this way of thinking in order to fulfill your life purpose and to fulfill that. It's like you have it all going on, but you want these people around you, like by your side, enjoying it with you, and they're not taking from you. They don't want to like, oh, like, let's start a business and I'm gonna just like cut him out of the business or cut her out of the business and like take all the money and run. Or like, it's like, I feel like it's this way of thinking that like really kills you. And you have to understand that things are not always in balance. Like, you can be giving more than you're receiving. And sometimes you're receiving more than you're giving. It's not always going to be equal. And when it's unequal, don't freak yourself out. Don't be like, oh, I'm giving so much and they're taking. Like, maybe next year, next week, they're going to be giving and you're going to be taking. But it's just like, it's a matter of like the flow of life and like the flow of friendships. Like, you pay for lunch this week and then I got you next week. It's not like you can't think that they have bad intentions for you, because they don't. Like, they want to be around you because you're freaking awesome. Like I said before, you're attractive, you have stability, you have structure, you're financially abundant. It's not like they want to take it. They look up to you. You're successful. They look up to you and they want to be like you. Have you ever heard of the saying, like, you hang out with people that you want to be like? So when people are hanging out with like losers, not saying anyone's a loser, but like, if you don't have anything going on in your life and you're hanging out with someone who doesn't have anything going on, you feel like just content, right? You have nothing to strive for. It's not like, oh, wow, this person has this great job. Like, I want to have a great job. Or, wow, this person is helping so many people. Like, I want to be like them. Like, your friends, they want to be like you. That's what it is. They don't want to take from you. They want to be like you. So they want to surround themselves with you. They want to learn what you know. They're not trying to take your ideas and run. Like, they just want to learn from you. They want you to teach them. And once you realize that, like, everything doesn't always have to be, like, perfectly exchanged and balanced. Like, here's $20. Thank you for my $20 shirt. It's not always perfectly balanced. And you have to understand that. And I know you're somebody who wants adventure and excitement. And you want these people around you. But you have to know and understand that you can't keep thinking that they want to take something from you. Because when you think that, it hurts them and they're not going to want to stay for the long run. And like, you want these people because these people love you. Like, they think you're cool. And so your spirit animal, I got the sea serpent. And this is somebody who follows their heart's truest desires and expressions and understands like what they want. And they understand that it's like the circle of life, right? So this sea serpent is literally like eating his own tail. So it's like sometimes you have to take care of others, and then other times like they take care of you. And sometimes you get eaten and sometimes they get eaten. And it's not like every person is going to be like just attacking you. It's just like the circle of life. Like, things happen, we understand, but we have to forgive and move forward so we can create more openness for new relationships, new ideas, new opportunities to come in. Because without that, you're not going to feel fully satisfied. So Spirit wants you to feel satisfied, feel happy, and if you're pushing people away or thinking that they're doing you wrong, you're not going to have that. Spirit, what else does pile 6 need to know about his or her life purpose, Spirit? What else does pile 6 need to know about the life purpose? Can you show me? Okay. Spirit really wants to talk to you because Spirit knows you're great and wants you to realize that people don't want to take their greatness. They just want to be with you. Okay, this is a lot. Like, Spirit, do you want me to take all of these? Like, hang on. Spirit, do you want me to take all of these? Okay. So, yeah, Spirit wants me to read you all of these. So, your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, or buying a new home, or the birth of a child. Okay, wow. So, it's showing, like, it's confirming everything we just said. Like, you have done so much in your life to create stability, structure. Like, people want to be around you, yeah, of course. But maybe even, like, this is, like, a situation where you're like, oh, I don't want to get married because I don't trust. Like, is this person just in it for all of my belongings? No, they're in it for you. They like you. You're successful, that's okay. But they like you because you're cool. Second one. Life is blessing you with a wonderful and loving family. Great happiness and emotional fulfillment are now on the horizon. Harmony with those you love is assured. By offering forgiveness, understanding, and kindness to others, you're rewarded with unconditional love. Once again, it's like forgive. You forgive the past and you can receive love. You have to forgive to bring that love in. And if you can't forgive, then it's really hard to trust. Successful completion. This is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. Wow. So it's like whatever you're doing is working out really good. And I think this is the start of you realizing things that need to change. And Spirit is going to show you more ways besides this video so you can understand that it's not just me telling you this. It's like it's a reoccurring topic that needs to be addressed. So you've worked hard to create the things you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and hearth and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. So this is just another thing acknowledging how far you've come, and maybe it's time to give back. And give back to Mother Earth, give back to the animals, give back to the environment. And this is obviously not a balanced exchange. So this is another thing where you can understand that, like, exchange is not always perfectly in balance. Like, sometimes someone needs a little bit more help than the other person. And maybe, like, you adopt a little animal or something. Like, I never thought I would have animals, and then now I have 2 puppies because they needed my help. And I would have never thought that that would happen, and now I'm just, like, so happy. It's, like, fulfilling. And it's obviously, like, the puppies, well, they give me a lot of joy and a lot of love. But it's, like, that you feel like it's going to be an unequal exchange at first. But the thing is, like, these little puppies give me so much happiness that it's more than equal. But at first you're like, oh, I'm going to have to do all this work. I'm going to have to, like, clean up their poop and, like, potty train them. And then, like, what do I do when I'm going on a trip? And, like, but they bring me so much joy that it's like, oh, I don't even care. You know, it all works out. So what you might see as imbalanced or unequal will turn out to be beautiful. Okay, last one. The path you were on seems like the right one, but now you've run into a challenge. There's a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people who are draining or bring unwanted drama into your life. So, you know, maybe the change is like you've been on this track and like you're doing so well, but like you have to make these changes of cutting out these negative ways of thinking, or maybe there are people in your life who cause drama. Like, yeah, you need to cut that out, or maybe you need to, you just need to recognize what makes you feel good and what doesn't, and don't combine the two. Like, oh, this person makes me feel horrible and they've done like some sketchy things, and then don't start thinking like, oh, is my like best friend gonna do the same thing, and like letting them clash. Like, no, just make some changes. Like, cut out this person, cut out these unhealthy obsessions, attachments, behaviors. Like, find the fine line, cut out the ones that are meant to be cut out and keep the ones that are beautiful, and don't believe that everyone is the same as that person who is sketch, because they're not all sketch. And until you can accept that and forgive and just move on, you won't be able to fulfill your life purpose of, you know, of this success with people by your side. Until then, you'll be like kind of blocking people off, which would be blocking your happiness, and you deserve happiness. So, pile 6, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please hit the subscribe button below, and I would love to see you in my next video. Thank you.